my video we sell a bunch of children that don't have hands and feet, but I promise you, these are all, so I don't call for cops.
My hand. Okay, now that you've seen my prosthetic legs, let's get into a little bit more of the specifics of those legs. First up is my very first prosthetic in the US. Very basic design. As you can see, it was just, it's a stereotypical prosthetic leg that you probably see on the internet. It has a foam foot, little foam ankle, and then it has fiber laminated prosthetic socket. When I got this prosthetic, I think I was around 6ish. The prosthetic was very simple design because I was new to prosthetics when I was adopted. I didn't actually have any prosthetics in the place I was at before, and so when I got to the US, they wanted to give me a simple design so I could get used to it. As far as the rating, I have no memory really of this prosthetic, but it looks to have been used well. It's a good leg. Okay, so next up I have this silicone realistic prosthetic that's actually a myoelectric. I don't know if you can see, but I'll probably show it later. That essentially closes and opens to grab things. I don't really know when I got this one. It was around 6, 7 that I got this, I think. And it was a new experience. I never actually had an upper extremity prosthetic like this one. So it was a new experience, and by far this one was definitely the most realistic of all the prosthetics that I've had. I think I enjoyed this one, but I don't know if I liked it all that much. It's a pretty cool one. I like it. Okay, so up next is the bow prosthetic. I got this when I was in 3rd grade, and as you can tell, it's been worn out significantly. But you can tell kind of how it works. Here went a kind of a bulky piece that held the bow, and it would clip on so it wouldn't move around as I played on the strings. Prosthetic strapped to my arm with Velcro through the little slits you can see. I had this for a very long time, and it was by far the best bow prosthetic because it's really light. Yeah, it's 3D printed, so it's a simple design that worked really well. Next up is the stereotypical body-powered prosthetic. This is a prosthetic that is literally controlled through your body movement, and it pulls on a cable which then opens the grip. It picks things up, puts them down. You could probably open a door with this. Very basic tasks. For me though, it usually just got in the way. I was never really fond of upper extremity prosthetics. I think really that came from as a child. I just never had them to begin with, so I adapted and used it. But I know that this, especially to, just to have something, it works well. Oh, also one other thing that's pretty cool about this is detachable. I can attach this. Yeah, I can attach this, and then I can put something else in here, something different. Like if I wanted a fork, I can put a fork in here. I can put in whatever I want in there. And it works really well. I like the idea of it. It makes me feel like Captain Hook with the replaceable prosthetic parts. Yeah, this one. I have absolutely no idea which one this is. I think this one I got like in my pre-teens, early teens, but I don't know. So again, it's a very basic model. It's the same one as the 6-year-old one. I never really was like an active child, and so I always got the generic versions of the prosthetics. And I also didn't really do anything cool with put anything on the leg itself. A lot of people have learned to embrace it and put different things on the legs, like different like artwork or paintings or whatever, and they put it on them and they have it. It's pretty cool. And Rafi embraced it, and he put like a whole bunch of stuff on his, and I've become very jealous of it. But it does its job. It's hundreds of different prosthetics out there, a lot that are pretty cool. Similar prosthetic, but it has this fiberglass wrapping around it. I want to talk about this a little bit. This is really heavy. I'm gonna put it on the scale and we'll see how heavy it actually is. But it's heavier than you'd think. I mean, it's not like more than like 6, 7-ish pounds. Probably no more than that. That is without the prosthetic. That is with the prosthetic. So about 5 pounds. Consider carrying this, lugging this around every day, 20, probably 12, 15 hours a day. You're carrying this thing around. It gets tiring, but my leg was really strong after it, I guess. They put fiberglass just as a temporary fix so that they can get a new prosthetic out there, and so you can have a new prosthetic out there as well. Last but certainly not least is my newest myoelectric. This holds the bow, and it's a pretty cool myoelectric. It has a battery pack at the back, and it is powered, so I can turn this off, and it has different modes. I got this prosthetic when I was in 2018. I wanted a new prosthetic to hold my bow because, you know, you saw the other one, it was falling apart, and this has electrodes just like the other one does that allows me to move different parts of the bow, different parts of the fingers, and then I can just kind of grip the bow and hold it as I play. You can program this to do different things. I've seen people do, I mean, you have like tens of options, but they all programmed so that you move different muscle groups in your arm. It can be challenging though, especially if you're not used to it. You don't necessarily know which muscle groups to move, because in my case, I didn't have the fingers. I was never born with fingers, so I don't actually necessarily know which one moves my index or my pinky finger, because I never had it, so I don't know which one moves it. But yeah, there's training for that, and it's pretty cool. And this one, it's not actually that heavy at all. If I'm in a 3-hour concert, and this is like probably 2-ish pounds. This is on my arm. 3 hours, and I am bowing. I'm not bowing lightly either. This is actual bowing of a prosthesis, bowing of an actual concert, and I'm bowing. Some of the songs are very fast, upbeat, and the rhythm is always moving. Instead of just holding the bow, just like every other string player, I am instead holding the bow plus this 2-pound myoelectric arm. But I will say it looks really cool, especially when I have when it's like concert black and I have all black on, and then you just see this on the left side. It's just a black arm, which is it really is like Iron Man, and I like it. I enjoy it. Okay, so next video is probably gonna be about Rafi's prosthetic legs and what he likes to do with his prosthetic legs. I'll give you a little hint. He likes to run. He runs a lot. Too much, but he loves it, and his legs are significantly cooler than my basic. His are significantly cooler than my basic laminated prosthetic. It gets the job done, and that's what I like. It gets the job done, and I enjoy it. But you'll get to hear from him, hopefully next week. If I don't, I just do videos whenever I feel like it's funny. But you'll get to hear from him, and it'll be a blast. But thank you, and have a good day.